what's new in Snowflake, October, November, and a couple of things. A lot of stuff went into GA, but there's a couple of really cool things in here. One of those things is support for tags for procedures. So when we look at the SQL updates, the first thing we've got is an alter procedure command where we've added support for the tags for the procedures. We've got some then function updates. The system$get tag and the tag references functions also have the support added for stored procedures so that we could get tag values for specific stored procedures. We've got some new functions, system allow list and system$allow list private link. That is just making those politically correct. The old functions were whitelist, and so now they're called allow list. So those are the whitelist ones have been deprecated, and the allow list ones are now there. So that's what those are. There's a new parameter for create account that lets you do the RSA key pair authentication. So if you have org admin, you're going to create a new account, a new Snowflake account. In the past, when you created your original admin user on that account, it had to have a username and password. Now you can create the new account with the RSA key pair for authentication. So you can start that off right from the beginning. So that's kind of cool. The next one here, who knows, maybe a ProTalk in our future. I'm kind of interested in this. I'm going to be playing around with this a lot more probably next week while we're off doing some Thanksgiving time stuff. But anonymous procedures. So anonymous procedures, a new thing in preview. And what this is this allows you to basically create a procedure, create like a stored procedure, but it's not really a stored procedure. So it's really a temporary stored procedure. So kind of like a temp table, it's a temporary stored procedure. So you can create and call an anonymous procedure. And so you can do that. You don't have to have the create procedure privilege to be able to do that. So if you had some reason that you needed to be able to use a procedure like that. So I was kind of brainstorming with one of our colleagues. We were thinking of a couple of really cool ideas of what we could do with that. So really interesting. I'm kind of interested to get into that. So search optimization service. I'm excited about this also. There's new support for column configuration, so we can do search optimization on specific columns in a table. We also have support for different types of searches, so substrings, regular expressions, variant columns, and we can do geography columns. So there's some really cool stuff there. In the parse XML and the check XML functions, there is a new argument that you can disable automatic conversion. Before, if you had like a Boolean value or a numeric value, Snowflake, it would automatically try and convert that to the Snowflake data type. And so now we can pass in an argument that says we don't want it to do that, and so we can control that. It gives us a little bit more control with those functions. Then we've got the manual execution of tasks is now in general availability. Error notifications for Snowflake accounts on Amazon Web Services is in GA. All the Snowpark, this is really cool, but all the Snowpark Python things have gone into GA. So the UDFs and the batch interface and the UDTFs and the Snowpark stored procedures. If any of you are interested in those and haven't seen, we've done a few ProTalks recently on some of the Snowpark Python stuff. And we've been actually using it for a number of things. There's some really cool stuff that's going on with that. So some good things going on there. A new thing in data governance, the column lineage that is in preview. So the column lineage, it's extending the objects modified column in the account usage access history secured view, so that we can get the if we have a write information, we get the source and the target. So we've got all of that in there. So there's some really cool things in there. You can take a look at that and see how that is if you want to get the preview of that. Object tagging, we already touched on this. We've got support for stored procedures. Also, with Snowflake has increased the quotas for tag quotas for objects and columns. I think we can have now up to 50 unique tags on an object, 50 on a table, 50 on a column. So I don't remember all of the exact numbers there, but those the quotas were increased. And the tag-based masking policies, which I believe we covered in an earlier ProTalk, we've been doing a lot with that lately with a number of clients. Those are now in GA. So there's some really cool stuff there. The larger warehouses are in GA. Use them when you need to, but only when you need to. Not good old saying, just because we can doesn't mean we should, right? The snowpark optimized warehouses, we talked about this a little bit when we were doing some of the snowpark stuff and mentioned that this was going to be coming. It's now here in preview. And then the request and response translators are in general availability. And another cool thing that's moving forward with the replication updates, streams and tasks. So if we're doing account replication, we can now replicate streams and tasks. So some really cool stuff going on there.
Hey folks, thanks for checking out this cut from our broadcast. To see the full show, click on the link in the video description. Also, check out our Learning Center, which has white papers, events, live streams, and short explainer videos on a wide range of data management topics. And of course, if you like our content, please share it on LinkedIn. That really means a lot to us. Thanks again for checking us out, and we hope to see you in our next broadcast.